Okay, so last couple of weeks, what have we been doing? MC Daniel.
A lot.
Yeah, what have we been working on?
Preparation.
Okay, so we've been using our preparations. Fine, what else have we been doing?
Finding the rhythm.
Okay, looking for timing and rhythm. Excellent. And we started with trying to find back to 4 meters, that timing, okay, to do our second intention or open eyes exercises. Because obviously giving us an extra half meter means that we got a little bit more time, but not much more. Okay, so we have to be still decisive about what we're going to do. And then what have we been practicing?
Preparations. So we can change our preparation if we wanted, for example, to make, well, it ties into two things. So it's working out kind of head discipline. So, you know, if you make someone fall short, what's your next point going to be? And that's changing your preparation as well.
Okay, thank you. So I think what Leti was saying was, we're talking about how we control the match, looking at our sequences, looking at when we're going to use open eyes, looking at when we're going to use second intention, but actually having the ability to plan. And of course, moving out from the middle, using the whole piece, okay, right up to the back line. Tom, what's your favourite action on the back line?
Parry pass.
Parry pass, the amen parry, okay? So ultimately, you've got to go all the way to the end. As long as you keep your toe on there, you don't lift it, you're still in the fight. All right, when are people most vulnerable?
When they're at the end.
Yeah, when they think that they can hit. Right, so that's when we think either go for it, just throw the arm out there without going compound, okay, or we hesitate because we think our opponent's going to move off the back, okay? So if they go for it, that's when you can just fire in the line, bang, bang. So unlikely, not saying it's impossible, unlikely, all right, that your opponent is going to say, I'm going to hit you here, but 9 times out of 10, if you've gone back in a closed line, here in tierce, all right, they're unlikely to want to finish after a long chase into a closed line. So they're more likely either to go compound if they can and shift you, all right, or to just try and finish you direct because you think, right, I'm going to get rid of you. Okay, so if you stay with a closed line, you know, you've got a chance. I'm not saying it's going to work all the time because it's difficult, it's fencing. But you've got more of a chance if you go back here than if you're going back like this, okay? Because your opponent's going to get a little bit jiggy. We also did compounds, didn't we, last week? Okay? What's the main thing with your compound feint?
It's got to be believable.
Yeah.
You've got to make your opponent believe that you're going to strike, okay? So it's really important, and when we're going forward, feints, particularly if we're looking for chest or flank, in line with the shoulder and with a...
Preparation. And.
Keep going, Letty. You'll get there. You'll get there. Just keep throwing out words. It's good.
Right, so we've got to have a... Yeah, we do.
We got to go deep enough to actually draw the blade and then come around and hit.
So if I'm feinting, what do I need to do then to hit my opponent?
Change that.
Okay, so in order to do that, I've got to have a bent arm, all right? So my arm's got to be bent. If I'm going forward like this, I've got less control over the sword, even though, you know, I might be built like a built thing, okay? But it's harder then to control your point, all right? If you've got a bent arm, you can control it a little bit easier. You can use other muscles to stabilise you. As you're out there, you've got a little bit of a harder trouble. And also, if your arm's extended and you're trying to feint, it's going to be more difficult and challenging to get around your opponent's guard, okay? All right. I'm going to go back to sequencing and being in control, because sometimes our opponent does stuff to throw us out, and that's why we fence, because we're in a fight, and we are in a fight because our opponent wants to win. We just got to need it a little bit more than them, and be in control of that. If we want it much more than them, sometimes it's a little bit harder to control your emotions, so we've got to stay in the moment, okay? Before we start, who does focus and breathing exercises? John, what do you do?
Control your breathing,
Okay.
holding it.
Seriously, before a fight?
Yeah,
Do you?
yeah.
Sometimes in the fight, but never before. Interesting.
Oh, yeah. I think anyone else?
Just do it
Okay, so
anyway.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Whichever way we find works for us, we've got to try that. But actually, there is good evidence around how we can control our breathing. Gives us the ability to control and think clearly. Now, you ain't got a lot of time, Ali. So when do you need not to be breathing? Okay. or you got to breathe all the time. But actually, pray. Harley, pray. Harley. All right, get your breath out. That gives you a relaxed moment. It gives you ability to focus in the here and now. Okay? It is not rocket science, because you need to be ready to fence. And if you've just been running down, ready, play. You're not ready. Take the long walk, tie your shoelace, reframe. You know what a reframe is? A physical break from where you are to where you want to be. All right? I've done something, I need to get myself reframed into the action that I'm on. Okay? So your breathing is important. Tonight what I'd like you to start doing now is to put all your jigsaws together. And I want mercenary fighting tonight. I'm going to give out handicaps. Okay? So that means that there's going to be people that are having to work harder than other people. Okay? To win a fight. All the fights are going to be to 5 initially. And we're going to do that for the next sort of 40 minutes. And then you're going to go on to 15. Okay, and we'll be doing some lessons, and I'll come around, and those of you that are doing a physio session, you can see the physio. Okay, here's your line.
Before you give the numbers out, talking about sequencing,
Yeah.
I posted a great video of a team event, Korea versus Japan,
Okay.
in the last 5. And that was all about, I can't remember what the first hit was, but it was all then full short. And you can see from the Japanese guy what he then is trying to do, basically, what you're trying to go on with the group, and that's. You know, once he made him fall short and he realised he's slow in the middle, he then has to go. And then he's like, hesitant because he's just been caught in preparation or whatever. So then he's holding, and then the Korean just takes it, and it's perfectly set up just to go, you've just done this, what do I need to do? Oh, he's pausing, he's going, I need to go, I've made him miss again, I need to go. But yeah, try and catch it. It's only like that's 5 hits. But
Okay.
It's on the city fencing club
Okay,
page.
thanks, Dan. We'll have a look at that. And I think, and thanks again, because Dan's been putting up some nice little clips that are very, very useful for us. And what we need to do actually is to put the big screen up. You know, we can have a few minutes sometimes actually debrief and have a look at them. But that is exactly the point. If you're in the ascendancy, even if you're defensive, all right, you can still be proactive and say, right, actually, remember, don't change unless you need to change. All right? If it's working, no need to try. Because your opponent will have to try. That gives you more opportunities to take opportunities that will arise, because they're going to get more sort of frustrated, more big with their actions. They're going to want to try and do stuff. They've got to be creative, particularly if they're behind. All you've got to do is find your time to say, okay, I do this. Okay. Using open eyes is really important in those circumstances, and being ready. Because we're at 4 meters now, nobody has any excuses for not being able to make a good preparation and then to deliver an opportunity to hit your opponent. Remember, your default is
Timing.
Simultaneous.
no need to lose. All right? If we're creative all the time and it's not working and we keep trying actions, sometimes we need to know when not to do it. All right? So if you need to find the rhythm, try and find the rhythm. But of course, remember, if you're just rushing for a